This video will probably feel disjointed, and I'm not sorry. It's called style, man. You know, work with what you got, and you get what you're given. Is this working? Hopefully it is. It's snowing outside. I was asleep all day. Woke up when Clarky came back through the door. I had no idea. I had no clue. Feels like a real, proper Christmas. You know. Although I literally stood out there for like 5 seconds, and then I'm like, okay, I'm freezing my tits off. I'm going back inside. If anyone needed any proof, I'm freezing my tits off out here. I'm going back inside. It looks cool though, which is that's the thing about the snow. It looks cool. I used to love going on holiday to places like Norway, and just like I just found something about it which just made me feel peaceful and happy and calm, instead of the normal grey scale being somebody who lives in London. So I suppose that's what this video will be. It will be what life is like in London in the snow. I am now deathly ill. I'm not going to equate it directly to going out in the snow, but I feel like there may be a correlation. This is also the thing about, you know, having a new house. Even though there's 3 of us in here, increases the chances where if one person succumbs to illness, then we all do. It's a shame because it's December and I was hoping to post loads of videos and pay off a lot of stuff, you know. And I stupidly just bought myself a Christmas present. I've got one of these now. A lot of people will be going, what's this, Alex? You've already got a lens on your camera. Yeah, I got a wider one, because I wanted it. I always feel like I need to do stuff that makes me feel like I'm experimenting and that I'm learning how to do new things, so I constantly have as many skills. I live in constant fear that I will not be good enough to do my job, which is strange because, you know, when does a YouTube video ever need to be shot in like 14mm? You know, I've spent all my time learning how to use like Premiere Pro and After Effects, and I feel like I haven't been you know, improving those skills. I feel like I've been very stagnant, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing these like little kind of diary video entries. Just post something out there, because I'm nearly 24 now, and that is scary. I don't know about you guys at home, some of you my age. Let me know in the comments below if you do. I feel like recently I've been changing a lot, and it's weird because I seem quite conscious about that. You know, and I'm trying to make a physical effort to change a lot of stuff about the way that I, you know, approach things or act. You know, maybe I'm getting older, and my brain's maturing. You know, your brain doesn't really mature until you're like 25. Or maybe I'm having, I was going to say a midlife crisis, but I hope I don't die at 50. Quarter life crisis? But I don't want to live to 100. That's the other thing, you know, I'm constantly worried about losing time. You know, I don't want to be sat there at 80 going, oh, kill me now. Get me on the plane to Sweden, please. Oh, I never said these videos would be cheery. I want people to watch these and go, oh, that was like a neat little thing. I didn't really have to watch it, but you know, I'm glad that I did. I'm gonna make myself some soup, because God do I need it. Take some paracetamol and go to bed. I wonder where this picks up next. It's a surprise to me and a surprise to you. This is like a weird thing to do, a weird video to make, a video about making videos. I've always felt like that was incredibly meta and something that most people probably aren't interested in hearing about. It's very niche. You have to care about me. Instantly, my insecurities show. I don't know if people do. And that's what this video is about. If you've been following me, I don't know if this is something that will be apparent to you, because I feel like over the last kind of 6 months, I've really kind of turned the ship around, and I've been posting more stuff than ever on my main channel, my second channel. But it still feels like I've only just, like, kind of come back, kind of mentally. Like, it only just feels like I have returned to being me in my brain. And that's, like, really good news, and it feels great. But it also worries me. I worry that maybe, people probably stopped watching, thought that, well, I don't know what these videos are anymore, I don't want to watch them. And obviously that just kind of stems from insecurity, and also it's probably true, and there's nothing wrong with that. Stuff has to be good for people to want to watch it, and I feel like for the first time I'm making stuff that I am actually happy with, and it's coming from a good place. And that's why there's been more of it. Some of you will know I moved, and I'll probably end up going on to that in other parts of this video that I filmed a while back when I first moved in here. And I no longer live with George. I now live with George Clarkey and Arthur Hill, which is, it's sad. Where one chapter closes, another one begins. And I feel like finally I am closing the chapter. I feel like finally I am moving on. As a person, creatively, in my job, there's been a lot of things that have changed, and there's been a lot of things that have massively shifted, for better and for worse. But instead of being angry or bitter or upset, which I was, definitely, I feel like now I can just be truly happy and knowing that I'm at a level that I can be genuinely happy with the stuff I've been making. I've been really focusing on my filmmaking. That's something that I really want to get more into. I love cameras. I love what you can do with cameras. I love what you can do with a computer. And I feel like YouTube and the way that I have been doing it and the type of videos that I end up making, I stopped doing that. I became a YouTuber who makes YouTubey videos. And that was never, the point. The point was to use YouTube to kind of showcase the stuff that I really, want to do. Because I'm selfish. Also in the hopes that stuff being good enough entertains people. That's the goal. And I got to this weird place where I didn't feel like I was even doing it for me. And I didn't feel like the people watching it were getting what they wanted out of it. So it was just like this weird stalemate. And I became incredibly just fed up and depressed. And now I'm out of it, I can look back at it and go, wow, I was in there way longer than I thought I was. I always reference the last time that I was happy making videos to be 2019. And the last time that was when I was making stuff myself, and I was making stuff to my design. I enjoy being in other videos, and I enjoy doing a lot of the projects I've done. But when I'm not making something that I can show as something that I did, I don't know, it just feels kind of hollow. Maybe I need all the credit, and I'm an egomaniac. Feeling bad isn't great, and not feeling like I'm putting out the stuff that was very good hurts. I like trying to make stuff that people go, wow, that required some effort, and that looks quite cool. I think it's no secret that, when I ran into George Clarkey, this channel and all of them took a massive turnaround, which is fantastic. And I owe him big time for helping me. Don't tell him though, because he'll love that. He'll love it, and he'll take the piss out of me. And now, obviously, living with Arthur and everything, I feel like it's going to be good. And I'm looking forward to next year. I was on call with my friend Lewis Buchan, who you guys will know. We do videos with him on here. He's Scottish. And he went, I'm actually looking forward to 2023. As if that's a thing that, we just haven't been saying. Obviously, there was a global pandemic and everything, but it wasn't about, personal happiness. We were talking about video making. Finally, I feel like I can get joy out of the thing that was meant to be my dream job, my hobby that turned into my career for all of us. And we very much felt, I think, disillusioned as a whole, and I feel like a lot of people do. And the one thing I'll say is nobody really talks about it, but not just that, nobody really tries to figure out ways to get out of it as a team. And I feel like that's not just about YouTube videos. I feel like that's about a lot of stuff in life. And, if people work together, A bigger problem becomes half a problem. If you add a person in, you add another person in, it's a third of a problem. If you add another person in, it's a quarter of a problem. I've really struggled, to be honest, over the last couple of years with just, like, identity, in terms of, like, who am I? What do I do? What am I good at? Am I? You know, do I actually have any, like, form of skills? Because the thing is with YouTube is, you could sit here, you could pour your time and energy into it, but sometimes it's really hard to actually be able to quantify kind of like what you're good at. You know, I can read the comments and stuff, and I can speak to my friends, but it's hard to get a true gauge as a human being on what you actually are, because you could be useful in so many different ways. People tend to watch a lot of shit. No offense, maybe that's me. I hope not. It's giving me an allergic reaction just saying it. I've seen what people watch on YouTube, so sometimes it makes me go, oh, am I one of them? There'll be people going, yeah, you are. That's fair enough, alright. I was saying the other day, I don't feel like I am halfway to where I thought I would be right now. But in so many ways, I'm like a million times further ahead. I don't know if that makes sense. I have done things that I never thought I'd be able to do. Every time I do something, I set the bar even higher. You know, I constantly want myself to be, you know, as obsessed as I was as when I was 18. I'm going to be 24 in February. And it's weird because I'm still doing this. I didn't think I'd be doing it at all. So it's this weird crossroads of like, well, you know, what's going on? What's happening here? Is this a good thing? Did I think I'd have moved on to something else? When I was a kid, YouTube wasn't what it is now. You know, you can actually make money. It's unreal now that people can support themselves off it, but back then it was not a thing. In like 2010, it was very hard to make money off YouTube, and that was something that never stopped me from making videos. I just carried on because I loved the website. I loved being a YouTuber. I actually feel like I have figured that out, like genuinely. I feel like I know what I want my videos to be, and the thing about just saying stuff like this is obviously you just got to kind of prove it. You've got to go away and make stuff and show what you can do. You can't just say, oh, I know what I want to do now. Trust me, guys. No, you've got to put stuff out there for people to watch. And that is the one thing that I stopped doing. And I vow to never stop doing that again. Enjoy 2023, everybody. I hope you guys have a great time. And if you've been feeling like me, I hope that, you know, stuff turns around for all of you. See you guys soon. See you next year. Way, nice one.